All right, if you're learning Portuguese, you've definitely hit this wall, right? All those verbs that seem to mean can or must. It can be a real headache. But what if I told you it's actually simple? Think of them like different tools for different jobs. And today, we're going to solve this puzzle once and for all. Okay, let's jump right in with a classic situation. You're at a concert, totally excited, but you're stuck behind a wall of really tall people. You want to say, I can't see. So which one is it? A, B, or C? Don't stress if you're not sure. I promise you, by the end of this, the answer is going to be so obvious. So first up, let's tackle the two big ways to say can. And trust me, this isn't just some boring grammar rule. It's actually a totally different way of thinking about what it even means to be able to do something. Let's start with the verb poder. Now, if you remember just one word for this, make it permission. That's the key. Ask yourself, am I allowed to do this? Is it possible in the situation? If the answer is yes, you're using poder.
And this example just nails it. I mean, can a person physically light up a cigarette on a bus? Yeah, of course. But are they allowed to? Absolutely not. It's a rule, right? A lack of permission. And that is a perfect job for poder.
Okay, so if poder is all about permission, what's its partner in crime? Well, meet conseguir. And its core idea? Capability. We're not talking about rules or what's allowed anymore. This is all about whether you, physically or mentally, can pull something off. Here's a perfect example. Without my glasses, I physically can't see a thing. It's got nothing to do with someone letting me see. My eyes just aren't capable of it at that moment. And that is a job for conseguir. So here's the simplest way to think about it. Poder is asking, am I allowed to? Conseguir is asking, am I able to? See the difference? One's about outside stuff, like rules. The other is about your own personal ability. And this right here is the ultimate aha moment. Look at Leah. Is she physically capable of walking out that door? Of course she is, but she has an exam tomorrow. That situation means she can't go. She doesn't have the opportunity. That's why it's now pode, not não consegue. It all clicks now, right? Okay, you're doing great. Next up, another pair that trips people up. We're going to look at the two main ways to say to know. And the good news is the same kind of logic applies here. It's all about one key difference. First, we've got saber, and the key word to lock in your brain for this one is skill. Think about anything you had to learn or memorize. We're talking facts, languages, how to swim, how to cook. If it's info or an ability you picked up, you're gonna use saber. I mean, speaking Russian isn't something you just kind of know, right? It's a super complex skill you have to learn over time. That makes saber the only option here. She knows how to do it. All right, so the other way to know something is conhecer. And its keyword, familiarity. This is all about being acquainted with people, places, or things. It's not about facts you studied. It's about what you know through experience. This is the perfect example. You would never ask someone if they have the skill of knowing a person. That sounds weird, right? You're asking if they're familiar with him, if they're acquainted with him. And that is a job for conocer. So let's break it down one more time. Super simple. Saber is for knowing how to do something or knowing that a fact is true. Conhecer is for being familiar with a person, place, or thing. Information versus acquaintance. That's it. All right, last section. We are diving into the world of obligation. All those musts and shoulds. Now, in English, we're a bit lazy. We mostly just say have to. But Portuguese? Portuguese gives us these beautiful, different shades of meaning. Think of it like a scale of intensity. And this lays it out perfectly. It really is a spectrum. We start with the softest one, dever. That's your basic should. Then we move up to precisar de, which is more of a practical need to. And finally, at the top, the strongest one, ter de. That's your absolute have to or must. Okay, let's start with dever. Think of this as the verb you use for giving advice. It's all about moral obligation, what's the right thing to do. It's not a command, it's just a strong suggestion. You shouldn't smoke because, hey, it's bad for you. Moving up the scale, we have precisar de. This one's all about practical necessity. Look, there's no moral reason I have to go to the bank. But if I want to buy anything, I need to get some cash. It's a practical step to get something done. And finally, the big one, the heavy hitter, deve de. This is for a strong, non-negotiable necessity. A lot of the time, it's a rule that someone else made. It's not a suggestion. In an elevator, kids must be with an adult.
End of story. This is the top of the food chain for obligation.
Whew, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's pull it all together into one simple tool you can always come back to. This is your ultimate cheat sheet. See how simple this makes it? When you just focus on that one core idea, it all falls into place. Poder is permission. Conseguir is capability. Saber is a learned skill. Deber is what you should do. And ter de is what you have to do. Honestly, if you just remember that, you're golden.
Okay, pop quiz time. Let's put this new knowledge to the test. We're going to combine a couple of these ideas. How would you say this sentence in Portuguese? Take a second and think about it. Is speaking a language a skill or a capability? And what about understanding it? Is that a skill or something your brain is just able to do?
And there's our answer. Não sei falar espanhol because speaking is a learned skill. Mas consigo perceber quase tudo because understanding is a mental capability. See how that works? You didn't just memorize a rule. You actually get the logic. That is everything.
So let's go all the way back to that first question. At the concert, why can't you see? Because there's a physical barrier, right? People are in the way. It's a lack of capability. So the correct answer was B, não consigo ver. And the best part is now you don't just know the answer, you know why. And you'll have the right tool for the right job every single time.